Hello guys and welcome to another video. Now let's look at the match between the Seattle Seahawks and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So where do you even start with a game like this? I mean, we were all pumped, right? Expecting a thrilling showdown. But what we got was fragmented, kind of all over the place. The Seahawks racking up 7 penalties for 56 yards and the Bucs struggling with a meager 2.3 yards per carry. Like, how do you even sustain momentum with those numbers? Seattle's bursts of genius like Jackson Smith-Njigba's lightning 53-yard reception showed promise, but let's be honest, turnovers and late defensive blunders were just brutal. And those pressure moments like the Bucs' decisive field goal, absolutely pivotal. More on that later. So, what do you guys think? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget, hit subscribe for more breakdowns. Now, let's pivot over to the intense quarterback duel that really defined the game. Sam Darnold versus Baker Mayfield. Honestly, where do you even start with these two? Darnold was near flawless with 28 completions on 34 attempts, totaling an impressive 341 yards. I mean, it was the kind of performance that makes you wonder if Seattle finally nailed it with him. His strategic depth was like watching chess on the field, effortlessly picking apart zones and striking with those 4 touchdown passes. And let's not forget his connection with Jackson Smith-Njigba, who was just sensational. 132 receiving yards, can you believe it? But then you've got Mayfield on the other hand, right? He executed with brilliant efficiency, completing 29 of 33 passes and amassing 370 yards. Talk about stepping up under pressure. He made some massive plays that kept the Buccaneers in the driver's seat. Like when he nailed that clutch touchdown to Sterling Shepard near the end, it was a masterclass in precision. Both these guys were at the helm, orchestrating their offenses with flair, giving us a quarterback clash for the ages, seamlessly shaping the vibrant intensity of this contest. Alright, so after witnessing such an electrifying quarterback duel, we just have to dive into the bigger picture of this high-scoring spectacle. I mean, both offenses were just on another level. Let's kick things off with Seattle's explosive arsenal. Darnold and the crew racked up a massive 463 total yards. It was just a clinic on how to keep a defense on its toes, especially considering their clinical red zone execution, not missing a single beat when it really mattered. And then there was Jackson Smith-Njigba, who was just all over the place with those 132 receiving yards, making the Buccaneers scramble just to keep up. Switching gears to Tampa Bay, they weren't exactly slacking off either. Adding up 426 mind-blowing yards with Baker Mayfield's leadership and timing was the major catalyst. With 25 first downs under their belt, it seemed like every play had a swagger about it, designed to outfox Seattle's defensive setups. The Buccaneers' offensive depth was apparent with explosive plays from the likes of Rashad White and Emeka. This head-on offensive collision, fueled by creativity, sheer determination, and more than just a touch of brilliance, made this match a thrilling offensive showcase of what both teams can bring to the table. But amidst all the offensive fireworks, yet another layer of drama unfolded, focused solely on the footwork of the kickers. Jason Myers' missed field goal for the Seattle Seahawks really was, well, a disaster. It wasn't just about the points they left on the field, but the kind of psychological toll it took. That miss speaks volumes, considering this game ended with only a 3-point difference. Think about the timing. It came in a critical juncture where momentum was ripe for the taking by Seattle. And yet, now let's talk about Chase McLaughlin for Tampa Bay, a study in contrast. With ice in his veins, he nailed every single one of his attempts, executing 3 clutch field goals. Especially that final 39-yarder as time expired was honestly sensational. Totally switched the narrative, right? His perfect execution showcased the quintessential value of dependability and pressure handling in a kicker's arsenal. This was more than just a leap in points, it was a massive psychological edge, underlining Tampa's ability to bank on him when stakes reach their peak. So, special teams, never underestimate. They too can turn the tide with every precise swing of the leg. When a game's edge is as thin as a razor, every weakness gets magnified to epic proportions, especially on the defensive end, like what we saw with the Seahawks. Now, breaking down their struggles, one glaring issue was their inability to contain Baker Mayfield's aerial assault. The Seahawks gave up 370 passing yards. Unbelievable, right? What really stands out is how the secondary got picked apart with Emeka slipping through for pivotal touchdowns like that 20-yard dagger that really stung. Their pass rush was almost non-existent, mustering just a single sack. Just one. Mayfield had all the time in the world to find his rhythm. And those crucial third down situations, a distressing 7 out of 11 allowed conversions. Can you believe it? That means extended drives and, well, relentless pressure on the defense was the name of the game. It's a real conundrum for Seattle. Without fixing these cracks, high-scoring affairs might not always tip in their favor. So what's your take? Are these issues a one-off, or do you see a trend that might haunt them going forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Love to hear your insights.